Hello, everybody, and welcome back to your favorite movie review podcast. That's right, the one and only Is It Kino? I am your host, Mumpky Johnson, joined as always by Florian Himsel and special guest star, Erich McCoy.
We're all here. The good old Kino trio.
We're here, we're queer, deal with it.
I am here. It's Erich. I am a large man with the mind of a small boy.
Well, that explains your love for all of the Star Wars movies.
Damn.
They appeal to the large and the in charge.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not here to talk about space shit. We're here to talk about literal
Chuck.
cape shit.
Chuck?
We're
You
here to
watch
talk
Chuck,
about
right?
a little movie I like to call Super Chuck. Upgrade of the Intersect. Because we saw a new DC movie. Hey folks, let me say, this is a podcast where we review movies. We're reviewing the new Shazam movie. Florian, what did you think of Shazam?
Wow, you sounding like you're really entertained by the idea of Shazam.
It's just, as soon as fucking Everett said Chuck, I knew we were going off the rails.
Damn it, I haven't even had time to watch Chuck. Oh no.
It's a long show.
Yeah, well, I'll probably just start with one episode. So Shazam, it's good, I guess. I mean, DC
Wow, raving
DC has-
review.
It was
DC
good,
has
I guess.
a lot to catch up to. It's never going to be as good as Marvel. It's so weird. I guess I say that a lot, but DC should be better than Marvel. Why is DC worse than Marvel? Whatever. I guess it's good for a DC movie. It's bad for a Marvel movie.
Well, let me ask you this before we get Erich's take, Florian. If you're saying this is not as good as Marvel, what would you say was better, Shazam or Captain Marvel? The two most
Captain
recent
Marvel
films.
or Captain Marvel?
Right.
I think they're pretty equal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Erich, let's hear the correct opinion.
I was literally drinking, and I had the perfect place to do a spit take there when he said they're about the same.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel similarly, but perhaps for different reasons, Erich. I don't know.
So this movie, where a boy in the body of a man,
We've
a
all
man
been
who
there.
has the
We've
mind
all
of a
been
boy.
inside the body of a big man.
And he suddenly gains amazing abilities to perform actions well outside of his normal ability range. The show Chuck. I really
Chuck was never a
enjoyed it.
small boy. He was like 6'5".
He's a nerd though. He's a man child, right?
I mean, he likes to play Guitar Hero. I don't know how nerdy he is. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a video game. He's a fucking child. So I watched the first episode of Chuck, and I
Hell
thought it was
yeah.
pretty good.
It's really
Uh,
good.
Zachary
Oh,
Levi
that-
was very, very fun in the lead role. Chuck.
If you want to watch talk about fucking Chuck, I'll talk about Chuck. I rewatched the series earlier this year, so
The entire
Wow.
series?
Uh,
Isn't it like 6 or 7 seasons?
yeah, I stopped about 4.5 seasons in because
Oh,
it really loses its charm.
Yeah,
The
that's most shows.
the power creep on Chuck was very unfortunate. I liked it better when he was like
Ooh.
he's like a fish out of water doing all these CIA missions, but he's just a scared nerd. And then
Yeah.
like the Intersect will give him like one moment of brilliance every episode, but then it's like the Intersect gives him karate powers and shit in later seasons, and then it's
Uh-huh.
just like, oh, now he's a full-fledged super spy. This isn't Chuck anymore. It's just generic spies who can do anything. Episode 500. I didn't like it at the end.
Do they
Wow.
ever switch it around where instead of him being a nerd most of the time, he's instead a spy most of the time, and he's trying to do his regular job, but he acts like a spy?
I mean, it's sort of like the classic superhero setup where he has these two lives and he has to keep them separate, but that only causes pain and turmoil with his friends and family because he can't reveal his
Right.
secret identity as a super spy. So it's like his sister wants to know, oh, why were you late to my wedding, Chuck? What happened? And he's like, I had to go. The nerd hurt. I had to go fix the computer. And she's like, really? You value Best Buy more than your own sister? And he's like, well, actually, I was stopping a nuclear bomb from destroying the fucking city, but I can't say that. So I liked all that
Poor
kind of stuff
guy.
in Chuck, but yeah.
Sounds pretty good.
Here's the classic Spider-Man problem. Chuck is a modern-day
right.
Spider-Man.
Holy
Great power
shit.
comes great responsibility.
That's right. In case you don't know, Chuck is an NBC show from 2008 starring the star of Shazam, Zachary Levi.
All right, so I did
A
actually see
star.
Shazam as well.
Did you actually watch some of Chuck, or was that a bit?
That was a bit. I
Yeah.
did probably in 2006 or 7 watch a single episode of Chuck. Probably
Not impressed.
it was
Wow.
fine. All right, so Shazam, guys. Going into this movie, I didn't understand why the fuck DC was bothering with the Captain Marvel Shazam movie, because who the fuck
Captain
cares about
Marvel?
Shazam? Who gives a shit? No, fuck you, Florian. It was originally Captain Marvel. It was put out by Fawcett Comics. Fawcett
What?
Comics got bought by DC Comics, and they got the rights to the Captain Marvel character. So a lot of the things you're seeing in this movie did not originally come from DC Comics. They were bought by DC Comics. But
What are
yeah,
you
so
talking? What did they buy? I don't
the
understand.
character, all of the situations, all that shit.
What character?
Captain Marvel.
We talk about Shazam.
Captain Marvel.
Shazam was originally called Captain Marvel.
Shazam was originally Captain Marvel, but then
What
rights
the
issues
fuck is
happened.
this? Why are you trolling us? What the fuck? Are you talking
No,
about?
Florin, you don't know this. It's true. That's why we compared this to Captain Marvel, because they both had the
Yeah.
same name.
Wow.
DC and Marvel both had a character named Captain Marvel.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. Oh God. So
It's not
this
a
movie,
joke.
I didn't understand why they were bothering doing this, because you've got all of these Justice League characters to get through, and there are much bigger, more interesting characters to get to than Shazam. But I
More interesting? What's more
Yeah.
interesting than the orphan little boy who gets the powers
Well,
of Chuck?
that was added later on. They didn't really play up the whole in his grown-up adult body he acted like a child. That was a new thing for the comics that happened about 10 years ago or so.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't always that. It was most of the time when he became a superhero, he basically acted like any other fucking Superman character.
Oh, that's lame as hell that he doesn't have the same
Yeah, no.
brain.
But the reason you do something like this is that you can easily make like a more kid-friendly superhero movie, because you have the kid in the body of a superhero, and that's inherently fun because he gets to do all the testing out your powers shit that most superhero movies only do in their first movie, and then kind of very quickly just they don't give a shit anymore. But most of the time when they're doing that, a lot of that wonder is kind of stripped out after a certain point. So what I thought this movie was super good at was bringing back that I love having powers. I don't know what I can do also. Like Iron Man is building all the shit into his armor and stuff, so he knows how things are going to work. And you get some good stuff with him testing it out in the first movie, but they largely just throw that away in the next couple movies. So in Shazam, he doesn't know what the fuck he can do. So it's always a mystery as to what's going to happen. And then at the very end of the movie, they played that in a super fun way that I knew was going to happen, but I kind of forgot. So it was a nice little twist when things went completely insane. I think that David F. Sandberg, who directed this movie, he's a horror director, and that shows at times in this movie. I think it can be genuinely scary and kind of off-putting. So if you're a very small child, you might be very, very afraid of parts of this movie. But I thought it was really good. I thought it was great.
So
Yes.
when you said you were going to do a spit take, it was because you couldn't believe Florian would say this movie was on par with Captain Marvel.
Yeah, this is way fucking better than Captain Marvel.
It was that good to you, Jesus.
Yes!
Yeah,
You
Florian,
actually
this
like.
one. Go ahead.
You actually,
Actually
like
like
how
what?
he's constantly like naming his powers and describing it. It's like, oh, I've got lightning powers. I got super speed. I'm gonna level up my stats. I'm gonna have all these
What
superpowers.
the
Fucking nerd
fuck?
speak.
Were you never a child, Florian? Did
No,
you just
I don't
come
think he
out
was.
of your mama's vagina completely fully grown,
Eating corn
Yes.
pizza.
eating corn pizza? Yeah.
Yep, fully formed. No need for any childishness.
I think what
There's
we're
no time.
we're learning that Florian hates the sense of childlike wonder. He only wants everything to be adults, like Batman v Superman, just two grown men punching each other. Once you get a child in there, he can't relate anymore, folks.
Let's see how he reacts to this. Florian, my mom's name is Martha.
No, Martha.
Wow. Okay, now how do
Yeah,
you react to
that's
this?
my Batman
My
voice.
name is Zapped in America. Boo! Childlike wonder, son. Fuck kids. My name's Florian, and my motto is "fuck kids." Take that for what you will, Florian himself.
That is That's not my model. Why must you make everyone into a pedophile? What the hell?
Whoa, pedophile! I didn't mean it like
Too
that.
far.
What are you
Dang,
talking
didn't.
about, Florian? You sick fuck.
Florian, you're canceled. You've been canceled.
I'm
Hashtag
canceled.
Binding of Isaac is canceled. I'm sure Edmund would love that. Okay, here's a real opinion on Captain
no.
Shazam.
Oh, no.
It was a delightful family romp that had me grinning ear to ear in the theater until about an hour into the IMAX film. The IMAX movie just stopped playing, and the whole theater was sitting in the complete darkness. Like, wait, what the fuck is going on? And it took about 25 minutes for them to get the movie playing again.
Jesus
So
Christ.
I was just on Snapchat and on Discord telling everybody, hey, I'm sitting in a full, completely dark IMAX theater. And of course, they don't change their schedule. So I'm seeing the 4:00 premiere. We finally got out of there at like 7:20 when the IMAX 7:00 showing was supposed to begin at 7, of course.
Oh my God.
So there's like a long line of angry people staring at us as we walk out of the theater. Like it's our fucking fault that the theater malfunctioned and those retards didn't know how to fix that shit in a timely manner.
Right.
So
Is this the power of the A-list?
yeah, the power of the AMC A-list. If you ever want to stalk me and also see movies at a shitty theater that doesn't know how to run their IMAX, go to South Point 17 here in North Carolina. I don't know what city it's in, but it's near Raleigh. If you want your IMAX experience to fuck up half of the time, go to that theater. It's also the biggest, nicest IMAX theater in the tri-state area, as far as I'm concerned, and they still don't have it working. This is the theater I'm going to when I see Avengers Endgame. If the IMAX malfunctions and turns off an hour into Endgame, there were the OJ riots, all the fucking riots are gonna seem like jokes. The Marvel fans are going to burn down the theater. There will be mayhem and carnage like no other. Forget Venom 2. You want carnage, you go see what happens at this fucking movie theater.
It'll be Endgame for that movie theater.
Oh, it'll be Endgame for anybody living within a 10-mile radius. We're going to. It'll be the Purge times a million. Nobody will survive our rage. I'm gonna fucking snap and burn up half of the people I see, turn them into goddamn ashes and dust.
Holy shit.
So yeah, they got Shazam playing again 25 minutes later, and we had to rewatch like 10 minutes of the movie because I guess the projector guy didn't know.
That really takes you out of it too.
Yeah, he didn't know where we left off, so he just clicked on a random fucking part.
Damn.
Yeah, you probably assumed it just stopped 10 minutes ago. That's why. Oh wait, no.
What a
you would see
dipshit.
less of it. Damn.
Yeah. But otherwise,
no wonder
I thought the movie was really fantastic. For ironic kino reasons, I like Batman versus Superman more, but otherwise, I think it's the best. It's the best DC movie in the DC EU thus far.
Right.
I think it's a step in the right direction, and I'll talk about why soon.
Ironic. Do you not actually like Batman v Superman?
Oh, I love it, but I love it for its flaws. Is the thing. This
Right.
movie I love genuinely.
Oh. But,
So, Monkey,
okay, I
would
guess
you
that
think
makes
do you think they should keep going with this kind of tone for their future movies?
Well, here's how I want to compare it to the Marvel movies. I think the sense of humor, because this is the funniest one they've done so far, and hear me out on this elaboration. Tell me if you agree or not. I think they're doing in this Shazam movie a perhaps more clever version of comedy than the Marvel movies, folks. And here's what I mean. In the Marvel movies, the comedy famously is in the form of quips. It's the characters deciding to be stand-up comedians and saying funny little lines. In this movie,
they're making joke-em-ups. Yeah,
that's right. In this movie, the characters are not trying to be funny by saying jokes. The characters themselves and their situations are funny. Point number one: Shazam catches a bus and he wants to drop it, but there's a dog sitting there and he's like, "Fucking dog, get out of the way!" That's funny situational comedy. Iron Man, if he caught a bus, he'd be like, the only thing iron about this is my dick. Am I right, folks? Like he would have made a quip. So I appreciated
That's
the
authentic.
Yeah, that's what I remember to say. I would have. I appreciated the more clever sort of situational comedy, the comedy that derives from two teenage boys, and one of them can become a superhero, and they're kind of being silly in that way, but not doing fucking quips. They're not trying to be funny. They're just funny characters, and I think I like that better.
Also, they're children. They're going to have a different like perspective to all of this than adults would have, and yeah, it makes more sense for them to be quipping than kids.
Well, like they weren't even necessarily quipping. I don't think. I think they were just a lot of the time just being themselves, and that was funny in and of itself. Whereas the Marvel characters sort of go out of their way to make stupid jokes, like, let's go play hide the zucchini. Hulk's gonna fuck you in the ass. Shut the fuck up, dude. We're trying to fight robots and shit. What are you doing?
Robert Downey Jr. literally joking about raping one of the characters in Avengers 2
with a big 3-foot thick cock. Disgusting.
All right. I think one of my favorite parts of the movie is when they talk about he's bulletproof, essentially. He has bullet immunity. And they just shoot him right in the face a bunch of times.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, shoot him again, shoot him again.
I love that they're just, shoot him in the face. Let's see if that works. Like, this is totally shit that I would do if I were a kid who had superpowers.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's not a quip.
out
That's
of
just
the range.
funny. That's just the characters in a situation that is funny.
I also thought that, like, even though the villain isn't the biggest part of it, I like that they actually set up the villain's like origin story and how he was somebody who was like outside of the very magical thing and was kind of like trying to get those powers, and like he actually had a reason to be doing a lot of the stuff he was doing.
Now, Florian, as a man who is very abusive towards his own son, what did you think about the overly evil father of the villain?
Wow. Well, I think he was a bit unrealistic, but I just love the villain himself. I don't think I've seen a better villain in any of these cape shit things. So that's good, I guess.
Better than Thanos?
Fuck Thanos, yeah.
Whoa!
Thanos isn't good. He's so fucking stupid.
He's not good. He's right.
His plan wouldn't survive 1 minute of scrutiny. Oh yeah, we're just gonna kill half of all people. Oh, what? Guess what? They're gonna have children again. You're gonna have the same problem every 100 years.
We can just go get more Infinity Stones and then snap again.
Okay, so
more Infinity Stones.
Iritz, the villain in this movie is played by Mark Strong. He was the guy from
Low Winter Sun himself.
Low Winter Sun.
Yeah,
he's in that show. I was gonna say, is he the guy from Kingsman?
Yeah, he is the guy from Kingsman.
Yeah, he's the guy who he blowed himself up in Kingsman too.
Country roads take me home.
Great actor.
I belong.
I've seen a lot of criticism that this villain is weak sauce, boys. That he's very one-dimensional and boring. But I found him just delightfully devilish the entire time. Even if his plan was like very thin and not that imaginative, I think his performance and his motivation of like, fuck my parents, fuck my brother, fuck my dad. Oh, I'm not the chosen one, huh? I'm not pure of heart. Fuck this shit, man. I like that he dedicates his whole life to finding the magical wizard castle from when he was a kid. And I think his methodology of finding it was really cool. I wish we would have had more scenes of like the research lab of him interviewing all these people who had similar experiences. I thought that was all pretty neat.
That's a cool thing. I also like how like Billy Batson isn't necessarily a chosen one. He was like just the last resort, essentially.
Yeah, they ran out of time. That's great.
Yeah, right. I like that.
Are you sure? I thought he was somewhat pure of heart in the end. Was he really?
Well, in the end, it turned out he was good, but like. Yeah,
no, I mean,
that's not necessarily the perfect person they were looking for.
No, he used his superpowers to become a YouTube star and beg people for money.
Yeah.
Anybody who's a star on YouTube is not pure of heart whatsoever. Trust me.
Well, how is that a bad thing? I wish more superheroes had YouTube channels.
What, in real life?
Well, I don't know, in movies.
Oh. So wait, every single movie is about a superhero who has to run a YouTube channel. Great.
Well,
that sounds awesome, Florian.
If you ask me, running a YouTube channel kind of is a superpower. You know what I'm saying?
As soon as Superman gets done punching the fuck out of Brainiac, he just goes, "Hey guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Remember to donate to my Patreon. Link is right below."
I'm surprised they didn't do that more in the Spider-Man Homecoming movie. That like he would,
Yeah.
because like he had videos on YouTube, but I don't think he was the one putting them up, was he?
Well, you see, Monkey, Peter Parker is famously always poor, so you can't make shitloads
He's
of
also
money.
famously a like a cameraman, right? Why didn't he could have filmed his
Yeah.
own videos of him doing shit and then made some ad revenue off that shit?
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
man, I wish they would just take Peter Parker and he would make the best YouTube channel of all time. He would be a millionaire, and then he would turn into a cross between Justin Bieber and PewDiePie. It would be the best.
Well, why
He
doesn't
would just be so
Spider-Man?
insufferable.
Why doesn't Spider-Man use his powers to like rob a bank or something to become rich? Like, why doesn't he just do
Yeah,
that?
why does he do that?
Rich, why doesn't he do that?
Yeah,
Wait,
why?
doesn't
What's
Dude
wrong with
use his
that?
powers to become rich?
Why doesn't Spider-Man use his powers to like rob a bank or something so we can be rich?
Because with great power comes great responsibility. That's why.
Well, yeah, he has a responsibility to
right.
help his Aunt May not live in a shitty apartment.
Yeah, right. Not foreclose on her home.
No. Speaking of homes, most of this movie takes place in a foster home. What did you guys think of
Yeah.
the 6 foster kids who poor Billy Batson is forced to live with?
They were great. Like somehow they were able to fucking introduce 5 other characters who all seemed like their own individual person, who
Wow.
had their own behavior. And then I'm not gonna say what happens eventually, but like basically when the thing at the end of the movie happens, it feels earned. It feels like every one of them have had their thing that they've been, and they now get to express that. It's great.
Man, I saw they spent way too much time on all that stuff with the kid. Like the first part where he runs away from the other foster stuff. I thought
Mhm.
that was completely pointless because we already had another kid. We had I guess we start out with the villain as a kid,
Yeah.
and that's good. But then so much time spent with just these kids and nothing to do. No, I didn't like that.
What do you mean nothing to do? They're building character, Florian. That's
Yeah,
something you don't seem to
no.
like in movies.
The
is
theme of the
characters
film
being built up.
the theme of the film is not superhero punching, Florian. It's Billy Batson trying to find his family. The whole time
Right.
he thought finding his family meant finding his mom, who abandoned him as a child. But no, in fact, the true family was the friends we made along the way, folks. It's about Billy Batson realizing I don't need to go find my mom. My mom's a dumb fucking cunt. I
Yeah.
should become family with these weird foster kids who are very diverse in a lot of ways.
We're kind of getting into spoilers there when he finds his mom and stuff, but I love that this movie does that. I love that it's like your mom fucking abandoned you at this fair, and that's just how your fucking life is. Like you can make something good aside from that, but that is always going to be a shitty part of your life that your mom fucking abandoned you. Oh man.
Man,
What-
that mom was such a bitch. Oh my god. I don't know how the fuck he didn't just punch her when she just said, "Oh, I don't want to
Wow.
take care of you." I thought that the cops had it. I thought they'd be fine raising you in a foster home.
We're good,
I
right?
I don't know how he contained himself. Jesus Christ.
Wow, if I make
what
fun
a
of
hero Florian would be.
if I make fun of Florian's corn pizza one more time, you might hit me. Okay, let's since E-Rich wants to go into spoilers, let's give our overall final thoughts on the movie without spoilers, and then we'll really dive deep into the film. E-Rich,
Yeah.
would you recommend Shazam?
I would absolutely recommend Shazam. I think this is like repeatedly a lot of these superhero movies tend to completely surprise me in that I think so often, oh, we've seen all this shit before. It's all going to be the same. I'm tired of this shit. But every like year or so, there's something that surprises me, or some kind of big shit moment happens that makes me reevaluate and think that we can watch these fucking superhero movies forever. But yeah, Shazam feels like a more family-oriented movie that really focuses on family, but that doesn't have to be a bad thing. And I think the movie really leans on that as a strength. It's got strong horror moments. I don't think the action in this movie is particularly good, but it doesn't really matter because most of the time it's just a fun sequence that we're watching, and the jokes are there. They're solid. Like my audience was laughing and loving this movie. The Spanish-speaking people to the left and right of me both seemed to love it, though I couldn't understand the Spanish they were saying. But yeah,
Hi,
everything
Chihuahua! I'm guessing that's what they were
Me
saying.
gusta!
Me gusta el movio.
It could have been Bumblebee Man right next to me, and I wouldn't. But
Don't
yeah,
they
never
stop
stop,
me,
never stop
tequila?
Yeah, but I just loved what this movie did. I really hope they get a sequel because they have to fucking make more of these before these kids get so old.
Wow. Well, why do you think so? Don't you think they'll be interesting when they're older?
Yeah, they will, but that cute little black girl is gonna
Whoa.
grow in fucking like
Whoa.
10.
Oh no, we don't want
She's gonna
that.
grow 10 years, like 2.
All right. Florian, would you recommend this movie?
I would if you like annoying kids. Yeah.
Wow.
Nah, actually, it was a pretty good movie, I guess. I mean, I didn't hate Captain Marvel either. It's just that I guess the story didn't make any sense. And in this one, well, I guess the story made more sense, but I don't like how they spent the first 20, half an hour maybe. And the family stuff really grew on me in the end, but
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
kind of like
like
how
the
it grew on
first
Billy
part.
Batson. You went on the same journey he did, Florian.
Yeah, but the part I didn't like was him in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
He
Well,
was annoying.
he had
always
to learn
running
to
away
love
for no
himself.
reason. Yeah, I guess.
We
All right.
barely talked about Chuck, guys.
No, I'm about to go into
God
fucking
damn
Chuck,
it.
dude. I'm about to go
All
into
right, all
Chuck
right.
with my recommendation.
All right.
Because I'm a big fan of Chuck. I'm a big fan of Zachary Levi. When I found out he was cast in Thor 2 and Thor 3, I thought, oh, hell yeah. And then he's barely in it, and I thought, oh, well, fuck that. I'm such a big Chuck fan. I went and saw the Chipmunks movie in theaters that had Chuck in it just because he was in
Wow.
it all those years ago. And
I saw that.
I've been so disappointed that...
Just for him?
Well, yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I
'cause
don't
he
even
was in
know
it.
him.
No, not you, monkey.
Right.
But
Sorry.
I was so disappointed that that Chuck's career didn't really take off. He didn't have a big film career. But so for him to get cast in this movie it's like, oh shit, Zachary Levi is finally getting his big blockbuster break. He might be in a movie that makes close to $1 billion. Although who knows if it will.
It won't make that.
It will or won't.
It won't. It'll get closer to 500 million to 600
Whoa,
million. But that's good.
How much
This movie
is
was
it?
made. This movie was made for 80 million. So like, it's already made its money
Whoa.
back. It's gonna make double its money in this first weekend.
Wow.
So
Damn.
But my problem with the movie is, and let me ask you this, folks, and it's not really more of a problem rather than a pondery, if that's a word. It made me ponder in my brain. Has an actor ever been top billed for a movie, like the poster says Zachary Levi? Has an actor ever been the number one star of a movie and not appeared in the movie until a full hour into it? Has that ever happened until now? Because Chuck does not appear on screen until like 1 hour into the movie.
yeah, how soon Hannibal Lecter? I mean, he's not.
He wasn't top billing though.
No, he's not top billed, and also I don't even know if it's not. It's called The Silence of the Lambs, so it's not like.
The only comparable thing would be like Leo DiCaprio in Django Unchained getting third billing, and then he shows up halfway through the movie. But that's only third billing. Like, if Jamie Foxx showed up halfway through Django Unchained, that'd be the same thing. How is Zachary Levi top billed? It should be Billy Batson himself top billed. He's in the movie the whole
Yeah,
time.
I agree.
Asher
I-
Angel, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, that kid got cucked by Zachary Levi.
I guess kids make less money, but damn, Chuck really wasn't the star of this. I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't know why you guys focus on him so much.
Well, it's because you got to sell the movie.
And yeah, Zachary Levi's a huge pull, clearly.
Oh, you're the best.
He's been on hit show Chuck for
I fucking love
6
Chuck.
seasons.
All right,
And a
but
movie.
this is either ironically or unironically the first or second best DC movie in my opinion. I really liked it. It's far better than Captain Marvel. I'd say it's if we're gonna randomly throw it into like the Marvel hierarchy, I'd say it's in like the upper middle. Like it's a
Yeah, I'd say upper third of the Marvel movies.
yeah, it's pretty good. So that's enough. That's enough of that. Let's go into spoilers. Let's talk about spoilers real quick. I muted the audio for bit donations and still they're going through. So I gotta waste
Of
my
course that's how that
time
works.
trying to turn that shit off again. Fucking
Yeah.
Can you hear the
stupid.
blinging?
Yeah, I can hear the sound effect and it's gonna be in the upload, which
Damn.
is great. But you Rich, get
Lovely.
us started on the spoiler talk.
All right, so by the end of the movie, Chuck has been trying to save his family for most of the running time
Chuck
from
again, damn it.
Dr. Sylvan. Where the fuck the villain's name is? We're just gonna call him Lowen or Son. What's that actor's name? Why can't I remember it?
Mark Strong.
Mark Strong. He's been trying to save his family from Mark Strong. But then, as Mark Strong has him on his knees, ready to suck a dick, Chuck remembers, I could transfer my power into other people because we need to fill those 6, 7 thrones or whatever. And he transfers a lot of his power into his family, and the family gets to beat the shit out of a bunch of sin, and then they save the day. I love that it's an entire family, an entire superhero family, getting to kick ass at the end.
Is it the parents as well?
No, the parents aren't there.
Did you see the movie, Florian?
Yeah, but they turn into different actors.
What?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
The parents aren't
the parents
there.
never do anything.
Oh, that's too bad. They should have been there. I've liked to see the fat dad become a superhero. That would have been great.
Did you fall asleep in the movie Eridge style? You don't remember
Boy,
if the
Eridge.
parents are in on the secret or not?
Yeah.
No, I remember that part. I was just like, damn, that guy looks a lot like his dad. Oh well, whatever.
Okay, let me give
Savannah,
you
Dr. Savannah.
let me give you the real perspective on all of the orphan family getting their own superpowers. Cute for this movie. Fun for, the 20-minute climax of the film. The audience clapped when they all transformed and got, their Chuck bodies. But
Right.
if this is like the new norm and the sequel movie
That's
is
so
like
funny.
all about all of them having powers, I'm not gonna like that. That's way
Really?
too much for
Why?
me. It's way too.
What's
I like to focus on one main character, and if we're gonna have like a fucking Justice League of Shazams flying around and I have to focus on all of them, I don't know. It's gonna take a bit out of it for me. I want Chuck to be front and center.
They'll
Hey,
find a way to kneecap everybody else. Like, it's either some kind of
and-
villain's power is to put them all back or
Just-
whatever. I don't know.
Logistically, giving a 6-year-old little girl the power of Superman, I think, is a horrible idea. Realistically, it would never work. I mean, she's going to just Shazam herself in the middle of class one day and fucking kill somebody. I think it's a horrible, horrible idea.
Oh no.
But they're good. They're good natured. They'll use it to save people.
Well, Florian, let me ask you this, because you seem to be championing at the bit here about this topic. I saw a thread on 4chan. Somebody posted a picture of the little 6-year-old black girl. She becomes like an adult, and they posted a picture of the adult version and said, "Would it be legal to have sex with this character?"
Of course you had to bring this up.
So I'm wondering what you think.
So depraved.
What do you think?
It's not okay. What the fuck is wrong with you?
The actress
Jesus.
is like 25 years old. It's like a full-fledged adult. She could kick my ass. Why can't I fuck
No,
her?
she's playing a 3-year-old girl. You're insane.
3! Now she's 3? Whoa!
How
Wow.
old is she? 10? I don't know.
She's 6.
Erich, what do you think?
Oh, there we go.
Can you fuck the adult version?
No.
What about in the movie?
Mine-
movie
mine-
Big? Tom Hanks fucked that one chick. Was that rape too?
Yeah, and that's real. Yeah, that's real fucked up.
There's an
Damn.
allusion to the Big movie in this movie. Did you guys see that when they're?
Yeah, the piano keys.
Yeah. I like that they
Great
included that
one.
little detail.
Mm-hmm.
That was a cool scene. Anyways, I think that at least the handicapped brother should maintain his superpowers. I don't know what they'll do with the rest. I guess they could make it good. No, I guess they should make it so that they go into different parts of the earth and then they protect everyone there. Maybe that would be good. I guess that would be weird though, because they'd have to separate.
I think the best way to do it is the 6-year-old black girl goes on a tantrum with her superpowers, and they have to like stop her without killing their own
Calm
sister.
her down.
Yeah,
Oh
because
my god.
you can't give a 6-year-old fucking Superman powers. That's so stupid.
Yeah.
You expect all of these characters to keep this a secret and not abuse the power? Like, it's not gonna happen.
Are you
She's a good girl.
saying?
She didn't do nothing?
Are you saying that a 6-year-old black woman is not capable of wielding this power?
Woman?
That is, yes, a growing woman. Okay. So
She's a
you
girl
would,
for me.
fuck her, but you wouldn't give her this
Hey,
power. Damn it.
when did I ever say I would fuck her? I asked you for your perspective.
No, you asked me for my permission. Admit it.
What? Hey, I'll tell you this. Here's how you know if she's qualified to have these powers at the age of 6. Does she own a shirt that says "I'm not bossy, I'm the boss"?
Well,
with
she is the
like
boss.
pink
There
glitter
you
on
go.
it. I'm not bossy. I'm the boss.
All right, so guys, you guys remember the very end of this movie where Dr. Savannah is scrolling all those symbols on the inside of his prison cell? Did you guys stay for the after credits?
No,
Yeah, I
I
did.
never stay for the after credits. You'll have to tell me.
Fuck. Okay, wait. I'm sorry. This was mid credits.
I didn't stay for that either.
Oh fuck. All right. So
No, because the movie, like I said, the movie ended very late. It was
Oh,
like
yeah.
7:20.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I was sneaking into Pet Cemetery at 7 o'clock, so I didn't want to be
Right.
late to Pet Cemetery.
Sure. So in the movie, it was in the movie. There's this little like caterpillar thing on the on like a branch in that crazy magic world.
Okay.
Yeah,
You guys remember this?
No.
definitely.
At the very end of this movie, Mark Strong is in his cell, and this caterpillar comes and has like a mechanical voice, and he starts talking about how they're going to conquer the 7 realms and shit like that. So this is some crazy shit. This is Mr. Mind, who is a 2-inch talking worm who has telepathic powers and genius intellect, and he forms a thing called the Monster Society of Evil, and that is crewed by Adolf Hitler,
Whoa!
Benito Mussolini,
What?
Captain
Wow.
Nazi, the Crocodile Man
Captain
that you saw in
Nazi.
there, Captain Nazi, Hideki Tojo, the
Aren't these
Wow.
characters all dead?
I need to see this. This is gonna be the best movie ever. Oh my god.
well,
You think they're
this
actually
was-
going to have Adolf Hitler and Shazam too?
no,
Man,
no.
I need this to happen. They need to put him in there. God damn it.
This is in the comics from the 40s. So
It's gonna be springtime for Hitler. It needs to happen.
yeah, but they are going insane with these comic book movies. I never thought I'd see like a 2-inch worm be the villain for a probable sequel. So,
Wait,
we'll see.
Mark
so
Strong's
you
character
think-
was in prison and he was writing the symbols so that he could return to the Shazam world, or what?
Yes.
Why'd
He
they
was
give
writing
him
all the
paper
symbols.
and pencil?
No, he was writing them on his cell walls
In
with
blood?
like some kind. He was like scratching them in somehow, but like his thing broke. His like pen thing he was using broke.
Oh.
I think he
Wait,
had
so
some kind
He was
of
using a rock or something. I don't
did
know.
he actually activate the doorway, or did the caterpillar just come
No, the-
apropos of nothing?
Caterpillar just came out of nowhere.
What the fuck?
He didn't actually activate the doorway.
What?
Yeah, he ran out of charcoal, I guess, and then he threw a
Mhm.
tantrum.
So
Yeah,
what,
right.
what was the post-credit scene?
There was no after credits. It was
Oh,
this was
good.
mid credits.
Lame.
Yeah, I only
or at least I
stayed-
didn't see it.
I stayed for the song, I guess. That was good.
You always stay for these fucking songs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Florian's like, I'm going to listen to the song. My favorite
Waiter,
part of
bring
the
me more
movie."
corn pizza. I'm staying for the
God
song.
damn.
Do you guys have any other thoughts on the Shazam movie?
Well, I gotta say, I'm not fully on board with this comedy style they got. And when I first saw the trailer, I legit thought that he transformed into a buff Adam Sandler. I don't know, the jokes, they were exactly like if it was Adam Sandler. I don't understand.
I don't think so. What's
Well,
the
the
last
ones-
Adam Sandler movie you saw?
It's been ages. Oh, Pixels, I guess. Yeah, so it was definitely on that level, but that's only the parts with Chuck, I guess. The kind of body humor of him being Chuck, I guess. That's the part I didn't like that much. So that's
Okay.
yeah. I don't know. I guess they should have gotten Adam Sandler though. That would have
Oh
been
my
definitely better.
god, shut up.
Give it to me.
Erich, you still there?
No,
Yeah, I'm here.
okay.
You eat some corn pizza over there?
No. What was I gonna say about fucking? Oh, did you guys see the Superman thing at the end? They didn't actually get Superman.
Oh, yeah,
It was just
yeah.
an empty costume.
Why didn't they just put him in like Princess Leia?
Yeah,
Because he's currently on the way out.
well, I'm curious about that because like the final joke of the movie is that Shazam invites Superman to go eat lunch with them at their high school. And like Superman walks in, but you don't see his face. It's just like his body, but it's the same suit from the other DC movies. My question is, like, are they implying that it's like the Henry Cavill actual Superman, or
Yeah. It's the Henry Cavill Superman. It's the Ben
So,
Affleck Batman because it's the same batarangs and shit.
So why not just actually have his head in it? Why
Yeah.
not?
Because they
know,
couldn't
right?
get him. Like he was busy doing something else, and he's currently maybe not going to be Superman anymore.
Yeah,
So.
but like, so now if they replace the character, I mean, it's going to be very obvious that it's a different character. Why?
Right.
You can like CGI his head into a scene, or I mean, it's a
Right.
1 second shot. Surely he's not that busy. I just think if you're not going to actually show all of Superman, maybe write a different funny ending because it
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
threw me out of it.
Yeah, I don't get this anyways. Why the fuck do you like Superman and Batman? Those are like the lamest versions of those characters.
Fuck you, Florian. It's not their lamest.
Well,
Like
my question
any
is,
Yes,
version
it
of
is.
Superman, any version of Superman would be amazing in that world.
well,
Yeah,
yeah, but
any
how
other
does
version.
how is Shazam friends with Superman now that he can invite him to go eat lunch?
I'm sure you
I mean,
just superstarved him.
As soon as it comes out that there's this superpowered thing, Superman would want to check it out.
I think
I guess.
that reminds me. There's a scene in this movie that I think was throwing shade at the other DC movies. There's a scene where
Yeah.
a little kid is sitting in front of his window and he's playing with a Batman, Superman, two toys, and he's like smashing them together, which is like, oh, this is Batman v Superman. Look how cool this is. And then he sees out his window Shazam fighting Mark Strong, and they're like doing the same things. And the kid looks at the Batman and Superman and says, "Fuck, these toys suck," and he throws the toys and he's staring at Shazam. I think this movie's saying, yeah, that's right, motherfuckers. Shazam's way better than Batman and Superman in these movies. Fuck you, kid.
Is that seriously how you caught that? Damn, I thought
The
he just
kid
dropped
was
it 'cause
the
he was
kid
fucked.
was enjoying Batman and Superman until he saw that Shazam was way better and he threw Batman and Superman away. How else
Yeah,
would you
he-
interpret that?
He enjoyed them until he saw the real thing out there
That
in real life.
exactly my point. Batman versus Superman, practically kids' toys compared to the majesty that is the Shazam movie. That's what this movie is trying to say.
Oh,
Right.
damn. I guess you don't know which one you like better. Damn.
So, do you guys like the costume that he has? Like,
Yeah.
it's obviously fake muscles and stuff.
No.
No, I think it's hilarious and awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's great. People were
So-
really making fun of it when it first came out, but I think it's
Yeah,
awesome.
like it's not meant to be taken seriously like the Superman costume. It's meant to be funny.
Dude, that costume is such an eyesore. The symbol alone is so hideous. What the fuck? The lightning. There's such a disgustingly fat lightning. What is this?
Yeah.
It just takes up so much space on him as well. Oh my god.
All right. I think I've expelled all of my opening thoughts and closing thoughts even on the Shazam movie. So
Mm-hmm.
should we talk a little bit about? Should we give people a little update? A little update on the America's Next Top E-Rich contest, folks.
Yeah.
In
Oh,
case
yeah.
you've been living under a rock, E-Rich will be departing the show. Here's what's funny about E-Rich leaving the show. He says, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna leave on the Avengers Endgame episode. That'll be my last episode, except for other movies. I'll come back once in a while for things like John Wick Chapter 3. E-Rich, John Wick Chapter 3 comes out 2 weeks after Avengers Endgame. So it'll be like you didn't even leave at all.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Maybe we should just say you're leaving after John Wick. And then
Yeah, let's do it that way.
and then right between those two movies is Detective Pikachu. I don't see why you wouldn't want to do that
Right.
episode too. Really,
True.
you should just stick around until Star Wars Episode 9.
Yeah, I mean, just screw your career, man. Just do this, man.
But
Who's got something better to do than this? I wouldn't know who.
we announced a contest. People can submit their applications, their auditions, their audition recordings to become the next E-Rich to replace him on this show. And on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/MumpkyJones, I've been listening live to some of these auditions, and the chat has been helping me decide who should be in the running in the future contest. So if you would like
Right.
to hear some of these auditions and play along at home, just go follow me at twitch.tv/MumpkyJones. We've had a lot of fun. E-Rich and Florian, you listen to a couple of these. E-Rich, do you have
Yeah.
any favorite contenders so far for your replacement?
I do. The black guy.
Okay. One guy called in and said, "Hey, I'm black, so you should choose me." That's all he said.
Impressive resume. I liked what I saw.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah.
Everybody thought it was fitting that Everich the cuck would be replaced by a black man because of his race and nothing else.
Right?
Florian, you're important in this. You said you really want Citizen Cinema to join the show.
No, I want the guy who had the really bad mic quality in that clip.
Who, Everich?
I want him. He was hilarious. No, there was one guy who in that 10-minute highlights reel of you listening to the auditions.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're gonna get that guy on. He was funny.
What about my brother? Do you want my brother on the show, Patchy?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It might be a bit weird. I might be a bit of a third wheel if you two are there and your brothers.
No, if anything, I'll be the third wheel. I think you and because he said in his audition tape, I bought the Binding of Isaac for my Switch, so Florian will automatically like me, is what my brother said.
Yeah, I always follow the money. That's right.
When my brother comes on, you'll have to thank him for that corn pizza he helped you buy.
Damn.
I thought Florian, you don't get any money from the after
Of course
birthday.
I get money.
Oh, okay.
Anything
I
with
always
Binding
get
of
money.
Isaac on, and he gets like 80% of the sale. It goes right to his bank account.
Not that much. Jeez.
So I think the way this contest is going to work is that I keep getting more applications in at mumkeyjones@gmail.com. They send them in. And I think I'm going to choose like my 8 or maybe even 16 favorite ones. I'll throw everybody into a tournament bracket. And then once Erich leaves, we'll give everybody one chance to come on the show. And we'll pit them head-to-head against each other, back-to-back episodes or however you want to do it. And people, I guess, will vote for who they like better every time until we only have one man remaining, and he'll be the new Erich. I think that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, that's great. Can't wait.
And on episodes where Erich returns, like for John Wick or Star Wars, I think we'll put him on the board too and see if even he can beat these new people.
Yeah, that's right. Why don't we just disqualify these new people and just keep him on?
No, I think it'd be funny if the new people got more votes than Erich.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I guess it would be a free win for them actually. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, just put me on there. Just put me on there, even though I won't come back.
Yeah.
See if anybody votes for me at all.
Erich, speaking of, but before we end the episode, I want to hear your thoughts on Star Wars Episode 9. We're almost in mid-April now. There's no trailer,
Right.
no title. What are your thoughts on this?
Star Wars Celebration, the Star Wars convention, is next week. So I think then we will get both a title and a trailer, but we'll see.
Damn.
Okay.
Can't wait.
Okay, hot scoop from America's biggest Star Wars fan, Erich McCoy.
I will be there in person.
You really going to the Star Wars con?
Hell yes, I am.
Where's it at?
Chicago.
Oh shit, fam! Wait,
Cheatown.
when is it? In next week, you said?
It's starting next Thursday.
Oh, I'm gonna be in Chicago,
goes until
but
Monday.
I'll be in Chicago in May, so I guess I'll miss you.
Ah, man. Like ships
what a
crossing in the night.
tragedy. You were totally gonna go there. Damn.
If Erich was there, I would totally go.
I could possibly get you a badge.
Nah, I fucking hate Star Wars. They would boo me as soon as they saw me walk in.
Yeah, you should get Asterios as well, and then he can buy 10 porks for you.
Oh, great. All right. We'll be right back with more Kino. We're going to do Pet Cemetery in the very next episode. So, for the Shazam Is It Kino special, I have been Mumpkey Jones.
I've been Erich. I've been informed it's pronounced Chi-Town, so I fucked up.
Oh man, I'm Florian, and you can find my YouTube channel. It's called Game Squid. Goodbye, everyone.
See you next time.
Adios.